Hello everybody, SC Thomas here with another video. Well, actually not another video. It's a video I already had up, but YouTube took it down 2 different times because the cop complained, and then they complained about the business card I showed on this part before. So now I'm going to put it up again without the business card, and let's see how long it lasts. Let's get into it. No, I don't.
If you say so. And I'm just going to ask, are you willing to give me any ID?
Nope.
Alright, that's fair enough. Just give me one moment, sir.
Just so you know.
Oh, just give me a second, though.
Yep.
I understand you wanted to say something?
Yeah. By the way, I'm not selling nothing. I take donations.
Well, that looks like you're selling something, boss.
That doesn't matter. That don't matter. That's how most donations get given nowadays. By card.
Well, you didn't want to help out my investigation.
I don't need to help out.
We could have gotten to that point.
But I'm just letting you know, you're wasting your time. Call your supervisors.
I won't be calling my supervisor. That won't be necessary.
Yeah, because you won't need to.
I will give you my card, though, if you want to file a complaint or...
No, I'm not filing no complaints.
Fair enough.
But I'm not doing nothing illegal. I've done this for years. And all you guys, all your head guys know who I am. I've been doing this for many years. I've beat this in court. It falls under the Safe Streets Act.
Well, you know what? I don't see any prices.
Yeah. There's never prices.
I'm not right now. I'm not accusing you of selling.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know what it is.
I don't understand what's going on here. You made it very clear.
I am a writer.
You made it very clear that you didn't want to help the investigation, so I'm going to take matters into my own hands.
Yeah, I'm a starving writer, and I take donations. Not only
part of what I'm going to do right now is identify you, right? Yeah. Which is why I've asked for the assistance of this officer.
Yeah.
Who's going to, when you get a chance. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to speak to the officer real quick. I'll be right back. All right. I heard about Well, since we're waiting for the officer, I might as well wait. So just to be clear, what exactly are you doing here today?
I am accepting donations for my art.
For your art?
For my art.
Are these books?
I wrote these books.
Okay. So the reason why I'm concerned is because, I mean, like I said, I know you're accepting donations however they come. This to me looks like, this whole entire setup to me looks like you are advertising books for sale. Now, I don't see any for sale sign, but given that you have a method of payment machine, That's my,
that don't
that's
matter.
what
I actually beat this in court by Hamilton by law enforcement.
That's okay. I have to go about it as I see fit, right?
Yeah. You do what you need to do.
I appreciate that. But you know, have you ever had any issues with bylaw in this sense before?
Absolutely. But guess what? Now they don't even bother me. Like, I go on Yonge Street for years. Now they, like, if you call your district manager and the supervisor, all of them. I actually went on a video conference call with them.
Do you by any chance operate over at Wellington as well?
I operate everywhere. I operate at Union Station. I operate at Church and Wellesley, all over up and down Yonge Street. I do events. I do like the Ozfest, because they rent the sidewalks, which they don't understand. They can't rent a sidewalk. And I had set up on the sidewalk. Just like this.
You said you weren't set up on the sidewalk?
I set up on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Not on the road, because they rent the roads.
Okay.
They can't do nothing about me being on a sidewalk and accepting a donation. I'm a glorified panhandler that has books, and if you give me a certain suggested donation, I will give you a book as a gift.
I see. So
it's essentially like crowdfunding.
So aside from let's just say you're not vending right now. Okay? Let's just say you're not selling books, and like you said, you're accepting donations for your art. Fine. Did you know that you're also encumbering on the city side?
No, I'm not.
Why do you believe that?
Well, because I know that. And if you look up, I'm also out here. Not only I do this, but I'm also out here to educate bylaw enforcement, police enforcement, any kind of enforcement of their own jobs. Because I'll tell you right now, you will never win in court. Not a chance in hell.
I don't intend on taking you to court, sir.
No, but I'm just saying you would never win, because I am not actually breaking any laws. I'm not encumbering a sidewalk. You know what the meaning of encumbering a sidewalk actually means?
I'm assuming you're going to tell me.
No, I would like you to tell me.
Well, I have my interpretation of it.
No, but please.
So as far as I know, encumbering on the sidewalk is essentially setting up anything on the sidewalk that would obstruct
but the thing is,
from walking by.
It doesn't obstruct anybody from walking by. See, if I was in the middle of the sidewalk blocking the whole sidewalk, yes, that's encumbering. This is not encumbering. There's a difference in encumbering. Look it up in the dictionary.
That's also for me to determine, right?
Yeah, but that's not for you to determine.
It is.
No, it's not. That's for the law to determine.
It's a part of my job to come out here and determine whether or not you're breaking the law.
Yeah, and I'm not breaking the law.
In my opinion, you're encumbering on the city side.
Well, you can do what you need to do.
Right now.
There's only one thing that's going to get me away from here. One thing only. A summons to go to court, and then when I beat you in court, I will sue you.
You'd rather me give you a summons?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. I welcome them.
Well, if I find a violation right now, well, technically I'm already making you aware of that violation.
There is no violation. You need to call your supervisor so you make sure you do your job correctly, well, because you don't actually know what you're doing. You actually don't know what you're doing.
If you prefer summons to court, I would require your ID.
Yeah, and you will lose.
Summons.
You will lose.
Well, do you want it?
And then you will be sued. Because I am not leaving. I will tell you that now.
Well, I'm going to conduct my investigation.
You conduct because you need, but I'm just suggesting. I'm suggesting to you. You talk to your superiors.
I appreciate your suggestion, sir.
Because I don't want you to do something that you're actually not legally able to do.
Well, I'm going to go about it as I see fit, and I'll run it by my supervisor.
Okay.
And if he feels like it's not the correct charge, then we'll drop it.
And just tell him who it is. Tell him it's the book guy, S.E. Thomas.
I can't tell him who it is until I find out who it is, right?
Right there, S.E. Thomas. You can find out who I am. It's very simple to find out who I am.
Well, I still need your ID, man.
No, you don't. And you have no right to even ask me for my identification.
I do have a right to
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're actually breaking the law by asking me for ID.
What law am I breaking?
Huh?
What law am I
Because
breaking?
you're not allowed to ask for... Unless you are giving me a summons to go to court.
What is the law
Listen,
that I'm breaking?
Unless you are giving me a summons to go to court.
Okay.
You have no right to ask for identification.
And I can provide you that summons when you give me your ID. So are you telling me that you want a summons to court?
If that's what you're going to do it.
Okay, well, I need your ID, please.
Well, show me the summons.
I can write the summons.
Write the summons out. Write the summons out before you get my ID.
I can write your information down and send you the summons by mail.
No, I want the summons in my hand right here.
Okay, well, I can give it to you once I have it.
Well, no, first fill out the summons.
I don't know why you think this is going to go out.
No, you're not. It's not going to work out for you, son.
That's fine by me, sir. Just hang tight.
just have the
In my opinion.
What's the sidewalk for this? Like this part here or
All of it.
all of it?
Yeah. Everything from.
So you better go jack up every panhandler in this
We
city.
don't do the church. That's theirs. That's, as you notice. That's why they got rid of the pyramids there. But otherwise, yeah.
You better go jack up every panhandler in this city.
Sorry, so we're trying to have a conversation here, right? So
Oh,
can
you're talking about me, so I'm allowed to be here.
it doesn't matter if we talk about you, okay? Then just you
I'm
can
right
go
here.
back to where you were.
I'm fine. Right where I am.
That's pretty rude of you, sir.
That's right.
Let's go several different ways. Depending on how close I am. I could take That's a little bit for
Hello, good morning. This is recording audio video as well, sir.
Yeah, so are you.
Thank you. So yeah, the officer here is saying that you're on the sidewalk, right? And this is started from a complaint for other people, right, that they've received. So that's where it started from. It's not just randomly coming up to you, basically, right? It hasn't just like random people that are already on the sidewalk and stuff. So we're hoping if you can just hopefully move back away from the sidewalk, and that's one of the issues, right? You're coming on the sidewalk, basically.
I'm right out of the way. I've been coming here. People like me here.
That's not the point, right?
I'm not encumbering no sidewalk. And you know what? He needs.
Saying you are, he knows.
Yeah, well, he
right?
doesn't know.
He does.
And I will beat him all day in court.
Okay.
And he has no right to even be here right now. He needs to talk to
Why
his
is that?
supervisor. They know who I am. I've been doing this 9 years. I know what I'm doing out here.
But they're
No.
not complaints
I
about it,
know
right?
what I'm doing out here. He doesn't know his job. Okay? And I would like to teach him about his job today. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you about your job today. You need to call your supervisor and make sure you're doing your job correctly, sir. I'm being very, very cordial with you. I am not swearing at you. I am not nothing. But I want you to know your job because you are trying to tell
Everyone
me.
is being respectful here, so you don't have to escalate anything, right?
No, but I don't have to escalate nothing.
But you don't have to be an asshole either, right?
I'm
You know
not
it
being
is.
an asshole.
And you're not 100%. I'd appreciate that.
I am standing my ground, which I will do all day long. You want to look at my YouTube channel, I'll show it to you because I have plenty of instances like this on my YouTube channel. But guess what? This guy doesn't walk away. You guys walk away like you're going to do today, sir. So have a nice day. Goodbye. You're not getting my ID, okay? Because you have no right to ask me for my ID because I'm not breaking no laws. You need to call your supervisor and make sure I'm breaking a law before you come up to me and start pulling your trip. All right? It's not going to work with me.
Power tripping?
You are absolutely power tripping.
Power tripping?
Because you're telling me that I'm encumbering a sidewalk. You know what? You don't even know what the meaning of encumbering means.
Do you know what it means?
Absolutely, I know what it means.
You wanna educate
If
me?
I'm blocking this sidewalk that nobody can get by, guess what? That's encumbering a sidewalk. You need to pay attention and maybe
not
go
wrong.
back to school.
He's right about that. That is a part of it.
So you need to go back to school and learn a little more, okay? Maybe learn from your supervisor your job and what you can
So
actually
I don't
do.
really appreciate your tone right now.
Well, you know what? Because you're telling me what I'm going to do and I'm not doing none of it. So
What did I
have a
tell you
nice
that
day.
you're gonna do?
I'm not doing none of what you want me to do. You think I'm going to leave? You think I'm going to move? I'm not doing any of it.
Have I once told you that you have to leave?
Well, you were telling me you're going to do this and that. You're asking me for ID when
told
you
me-
didn't even tell me you were
Told
giving
that
me
you
a
wanted to
summons.
report something.
You know, your first thing when you come up, I got it on video too. First thing you did when you come up, are you going to identify yourself? No, I am not.
The first thing I did when I came up was identify myself.
No, but you asked me to identify myself.
Yeah, so I
I
can
don't
go
need
with
to
and speak to
identify
you.
myself to you, sir.
And I didn't sit there and say, hey, give me your ID. I just
I
said,
know.
okay,
Well,
look,
just
don't
you know
want
what you need to do. Well, the only thing that's going to be nice here today, you walk away. I continue doing what I do, and
I can't just walk away from this. This is
Well,
my job.
well, your job is go talk to your supervisor because you need to learn your job. That's the problem here, sir. You don't know your
The
job.
only thing I need is for you to give me your ID.
I'm not giving you ID. That's not happening, son. Learn that. Respect your elders.
Listen, you have to call him son, okay?
He is son. He's acting like a mean person, and he's acting like he's my authority, and he's not. He's not my authority, and he will never be.
Okay? No one's saying anything like that, okay?
So you need to call your supervisor. That's all I'm going to suggest. You call your supervisor and find out.
I'm not going to call my supervisor.
Well, you know what? Then walk away. Have a nice day. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm
These are
good.
your books?
Like your Yeti. I got one too.
Oh, they're great, eh?
Yeah, they are. Anyway, they're talking. We'll see if they come back. I'll start recording again if they come back. But I told them how it was.
Start off on a better note between the two of us.
All right.
I understand that you have your knowledge of the law. I try to exercise my knowledge of the law as well. I will, at the very least, I will double check into the law and make sure that you are indeed breaking the rule by the book. And after that, I'll come and talk to you about it, and we can take it from there.
All right.
In the meanwhile, the officer here is going to make a few calls just to make sure he's doing what he's doing correctly. I'm going to do a quick patrol of the park just to document some information, and then we'll be back.
All right.
Okay, so in this situation, I can articulate that you're in Cumberland City property, all right? I personally believe in, equitable enforcement, and there are levels that we take before we go to the hard stuff. I'm not going to just immediately ticket you. My supervisor has advised me that we do have your information on file. I could go off of that. I'm not, all right? What I would like to do is offer you some education. right? So the bylaw that I'm essentially enforcing right now is under 743 if you're interested, all right? It states that you can't have anything obstructing on the sidewalk, and this very much is the city sidewalk. Do you have any questions regarding that? No? Okay. So right now, I'd like to let you know that you are in violation. I'll let it go right now, given that we do have other matters to address right now, and the officer that was helping seems to have left. So I'm not going to try and push this any further. Moving forward, you know, if I see it again, I may have to take further enforcement. Other than that, it's not really much more for me to say at this point. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
All right.
But I know you're false and you're wrong, and it's just story up.
Or do you want me to get the actual bylaw and show it to you?
No, because I'm not encumbering no sidewalk. Encumbering is not what you say it is. Encumbering is making it that people cannot pass. I am blocking the sidewalk completely. No, that's not encumbering. See, that's where you're wrong, sir. I got litigation lawyers. I got lawyers that walk by me. Actually, the lady that walked up to the cop car when I was standing there was another lawyer that was ready to back me up. Okay, because you don't know what encumbering means, and I'm not encumbering nothing. I'm not blocking people's paths. I'm not blocking people's paths.
It's not just.
That's what encumbering means. Look it up in the dictionary. Encumbering means blocking from passing.
I don't go based on the dictionary definition.
Well, you know what? That's what it means. And anyway, it doesn't matter what you say to me, because it's laughable, really. It's laughable, sir. And I'm sorry that I called you son, and I shouldn't have done that.
I appreciate that.
Okay? Because we're all men here.
Okay.
Okay? It's just, I believe I'm your elder. That's why I said it. It was no other reason, just so you know that.
I didn't take it any other way, to be honest.
Okay, I'm glad you did. I'm glad.
The officer might have, but I understand.
Yeah, but I'm glad you took it the way it was intended. But I still apologize for it, because we are both men.
Look, you know, for what it's worth, you know.
And actually, what I am doing, okay, falls under another law as well, which you guys don't enforce. It's called the Safe Streets Act.
Safe Streets Act.
It's called the Safe.
That one, but
it's the Safe Streets Act, which made it when Harris implemented this law in 2000. Which what it does is it makes it illegal for me to verbally ask you for some money. That's illegal. That's against the law for me to verbally ask you for money, articulate it.
Okay.
But he made it legal to fly a sign asking for donations. And essentially, if you were to say I'm encumbering a sidewalk, you guys should be going to every panhandler in this city that sits on a sidewalk with a cup, and you should be doing the same thing to them. Because that's what the law falls under, really.
So it's I want you to understand that we don't target anyone, especially in a situation like this. Now, I don't know what your personal situation is like.
I'm an artist.
And I won't ask you what it is.
Oh, but I'm going to let you know. I'm an artist, and I try to get by with my art.
I know I kind of got the idea once I saw the poster, and I want you to know that it is something that we take into consideration. You know, we do have discretion, and I want you to know that my intention wasn't to come here and just lay down the law, right? Mm-hmm. Again, progressive enforcement. We take steps to how we do.
But I don't think there was any complaints of any kind.
No. It wasn't any complaint for this particular location, but I assure you there are complaints.
Oh, I know there is. It's the same guy, numerously. He calls all the time. He's a crazy guy. And it happens at Wellesley mostly, in Young. Every time he sees me, I actually know exactly who the guy is now. I finally figured it out. Every time he sees me, he gets on his phone. And he calls you guys continuously. He's crazy.
I can't confirm.
No, but I know. They even actually came back up to me at Wellesley, and they said, "Is this guy got something? This person got something against you?"
I mean, well, you know, the
he says, "I'm trying to clean up the streets."
The complaints that we've received that kind of match the description of this, the person that filed the complaints, he seems to be very adamant on the subject.
He has a hate on for me.
I don't know what the situation is between...
And I don't even know the guy. That's the funniest part.
You know, there's some residents that they... You know, if there's nothing better for them to do, they'll try and do better for the community, right?
Yeah.
It's the best way I can articulate that situation. But, you know, again, I want to let you know. My main concern right now is the relationship that I have with you. Okay. I don't want to jam you up. Everyone is out here trying to make their money. All right. I just want to make sure that you're provided with the right education so you can do that and not have to deal with people like me anymore. Right. With that being said, I want to give you my card. For what it's worth, you know, if you have any questions or if you have any issues that maybe you feel like I can help out with, drop a line.
All right.
You haven't, you know, maybe I could provide some education. I'll look a little deeper into the situation, you know, and I'm always open to the idea that I could be incorrect. You know, you seem to be well versed in law as well.
That's another part of what I do is because I want to show other writers in the world you don't need to be selected, and there's a way you can do this. And you know what? I'm out here to educate law enforcement, by law enforcement. That's why I'm out here. Part of it too. That's all part of it. Because that's why I'm trying to be cordial. If I wasn't trying to educate, I'd be swearing and cussing and telling you off and whatnot. But I try to be very cordial. Sometimes I get a little heated, but I still don't swear. But I still don't swear and cuss. But I'm loud. I'm Ukrainian, so I'm loud by nature. But anyway, let's not jam up our days. And
yeah, you know, I appreciate you speaking with me. Thank you for that. But if you don't mind me asking, what are the books about? Like,
they're all about my own personal experiences through my life.
Okay.
I've been through a lot. I've done a lot of things. I was a carnival worker for 30 plus years. This is going to be a 10-book series about my whole carnival career. So you're learning about the subculture of the carnies. This is about when I was homeless in Toronto in the 90s. It's a survival story about me being stranded here, not knowing a soul, without a nickel in my pocket, and having to survive the streets of Toronto in the 96, 97. And then there's one about addiction when I was an addict in 2009.
Have you been clean ever since?
Yeah, well, my wife was doing her master's degree in sociology. Now she's my wife. Then she was my girlfriend. And now she's my editor and photographer, and it's a collaboration between us.
Where did you come from before, if you don't mind me asking?
Edmonton, Alberta is where I'm born and raised.
What made you choose Toronto?
Well, it just kind of got stuck here and then ended up meeting my wife.
Well, it sounds like you really turned around. Your life really
yeah. I used to be not such a good person all the time, but good people rub off on you.
And that's what it is, right? It's you are who you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you go, but my parting words are going to be this. Officially, from what I observe, it seems as if you're encumbering. I will do further research on it and make sure that it actually is the case here. In the meanwhile, my suggestion to you would be to maybe move back a little bit. You know, at the very least, I'll try and keep it before this line.
All right.
Just in this particular instance.
Okay.
Otherwise, thank you again for speaking with me.
All right.
I hope you have a good day.
All right.